What, we're live on YouTube.com right now?
Can you double check for me?
Yes. Actually, yeah, it showed up in my recommended and everything.
Yes. Alright, we have liftoff.
Alright, let me actually change my tank top real quick.
Can you see your face in there and everything?
Yeah, I see me in the top left corner.
Oh, fuck yeah. Alright.
One watching now, it's me. Fan service.
I'm gonna
Everybody,
get Dave
anybody
on
who
here.
watches this one.
I'm inviting Dave. Why are you sharing this?
It's fan service for the one person who's watching is me.
Alright. I'm just gonna change the settings a bit. Medium. Sort of like a medium low. I think I can maybe. Computer's very
What is this game called again?
It's called Expedition 33. Okay, today we are playing Expedition 33, which I've heard a lot about. I don't really know anything about it, so we're going in blind. Insurance cat dad. You wanna tell us about your day while you make makeup?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I actually have things to complain about. I'm really good at complaining, and
Let's do it.
I had like 2.5 or maybe 3 panic attacks at my job today, and it was like a half shift. I mean, it ended up being 5 hours. My job's driving me crazy. I kind of want to quit. And I think I have that thing where I'm like having the Pavlovian. I've created a Pavlovian response to my job, which like, so I just get anxious every time I go to my job, which has just always been a thing. But I just think it's getting worse. So anyway, I have like PTSD shit, and I'm also having allergies, and I have asthma. So what's happening is, at my job, I'm driving around, I'm outside a lot, and there's a lot of pollen outside, and then I'm like, my airways are getting blocked from the allergies, and then I can't expand my lungs all the way, and I can tell that it's hard to breathe. And then it's hard to breathe, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot my inhaler. And I also forgot to take allergy meds. And then so I'm like, I have PTSD from things that involve not being able to breathe. Like for example, you know what, I'm actually not going to mention the examples. I think it's too much of a downer. So anyway, basically, not being able to breathe, PTSD trigger for me. So then I go, I can't breathe, then I start freaking out, and then it makes it worse, and then I get lightheaded and dizzy. You ever have a panic attack and like your limbs start feeling kind of like numb and weak and shit? Yeah, so that was happening. Yeah, so I had like 3 panic attacks like that while driving today at my job, so that sucked.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I've been researching, like, researching local places, especially like local businesses that have like a progressive reputation, like a social progressive reputation. I don't expect to find a boss who is like a socialist. But it's like, I've been thinking about trying to find a job where I don't have to worry about my coworkers being Trump supporters, who, if they found out I was trans, they probably would be like throwing a fit about the fact that I used the men's bathroom. Because it's like, I don't know how bad they are. I know that some of them are Trump supporters. I hear my coworker Pete is like this old white guy, probably in his 50s. So middle-aged white guy. and he just says fucked up shit casually, like it's a joke all the time. He can't stop making "I hate my wife" jokes. First of all, yeah, like the other day he was like, "Oh, how are you? You know, it's early in the shift. We just clocked in," and I was like, "Oh, not too bad. Kind of tired, or I woke up kind of grumpy or something." And then he says some shit like, "I woke up next to Grumpy, but then she woke up." Like that was the joke. I'm like, what the hell? And then I was like, Pete, if you talk about your wife like this, why are you with her? Why did you get married? You know, if
Yeah, like literally,
Oh.
this is peer pressure.
For real. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't even remember what he said to that. I think that he like tried to make another joke about it, but it was like, bro, I think he said something like trying to be like bro-y and misogynistic, like, oh, that's how everybody is, LMAO, like that kind of thing. And I'm just like, no, it's not. It isn't like that.
Yeah, you
I don't know, it is.
love your wife.
It's so concerning with straight people. It's like, I don't know, straight people be talking about how much they hate their spouses all the time. Hey, we got somebody in chat named Converge. They say hi. Hello, Converge.
Let's go.
Who?
From the island.
Oh, hello. Yeah, so, I hate my coworkers.
It's been a bad week.
For you?
For you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. It's mostly like I'm having a bad time at my job.
Yeah, that's what. Whenever people are stressed out, it's either their job, their money, or relationships. Usually what it is.
I think we should destroy capitalism.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, so... Yeah, you're right about that, though. If I quit the job, then I won't have the job stress anymore, but then I'm gonna have the money stress. And right now, it's like... The money isn't good, but it's like kind of the best that it's ever been, and if I quit my job, it's gonna get a lot worse. So...
Your cats are out?
They sure are.
He was around the whole time.
Jack just had his 8th birthday a couple days ago. May 1st, yeah. So happy 8th birthday to Jack.
Happy birthday, Jack. He doesn't comprehend his own mortality. Sweet baby.
No, he really doesn't, and I'm kind of jealous. Wow, it's pretty cool. That's got to be an interesting way to live. I mean, he must, in some way, right? He must kind of know, right? I don't know. Maybe not.
I think they know, like, right before when they're gonna die. Because they, like,
Okay, you know...
stuff, right?
Well, okay, think about it this way. You know, whenever you have, like, a near-death experience, and you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna fucking die, like, you fall off of something really high, and you're like, fuck, this is it, you know? Like, when a cat gets in a situation like that, maybe they have that kind of going on in their head.
Are you afraid of heights at all?
Not that much. I mean, I go rock climbing and stuff.
That's right. You're fearless, aren't you?
No.
I'm fearless. I spent all week going up to strangers and asking if they're gay so I could get
Yeah,
a phone
I saw that one of your friends was like, "Oh, maybe you should change your approach," and I was like, "I don't think you should. I think that's a really good way to do it. To just be like, hey, are you gay?' Because it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's the perfect question.
I've been getting kind of mixed response. Some people are like, yeah, it's great, and some people are like, I don't know, I think I'd rather be complimented first.
I can understand some people who might be like, okay, it's kind of like whenever trans people say that you shouldn't approach other trans people and be like, hey, are you trans? And it's like, that makes, I get it, but, you know, in terms of like privacy, safety, that kind of angle, and like being discreet, but, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, it'd make me dysphoric as hell for somebody to clock me, even if they're another trans person. It's like, okay, that makes sense to me, but I don't know, I think I would rather, I don't, I don't like the idea of that being like the polite social norm for trans people to be like, oh, you can't come up to other trans people because it's rude. Because I just think that sucks. Because I've had good experiences when other trans people do that to me. I like it when other trans people do that to me. Like when I was at the gay bar, like a week or two ago, and I went up to the bar and it was underwear night, so everybody's basically wearing lingerie and like barely nothing, you know. Um, and yeah, so I'm like in my tiny little skimpy outfit, and I go up to the bar and I buy myself a drink, and I'm like, oh geez, I'm so shy, I can't talk to anybody, and I'm just drinking my little drink, and then, you know, whenever I walked in, I saw that there was a table in the corner where like it's like 5 trans people were. And it's like I'm secretly hoping that maybe a trans person will say hi to me. And actually, it just turned out that a trans guy who was at that table came up to me and bought me a drink and asked me to sit over by them. So I hung out with them, and we like sang karaoke and shit, and it's fucking awesome. It's like I probably generally would rather hang out with the trans people anyway.
Clair Obscur. I don't know. I heard this game's like French or something. Expedition. New game.
So since I have like a delay on the stream, I won't be able to see the screen as quickly as you see it, but I think if there's one that's exactly in the middle, I think you should do the... Wait, there's a story one? I think you should do story mode. Story mode, expedition, or expert? Do story. That's what I decided.
Alright. Tutorials. Character customization and cutscenes.
Yeah, I feel like that's incredibly important to be enabled, the character customization and cutscenes, because it's like, you know, in Resident Evil 4, and you get Leon in like a goth, silly looking ass like vampire man outfit. I just think it's totally vital.
Yeah, it's fun. Maybe there's fun outfits in this game, I don't know. Yeah, so apparently it's like a JRPG, which I haven't played a JRPG in a while. I have kind of a mixed relationship with JRPGs. Oh, that's not true. Actually, you bought me Final Fantasy X a while back, and I was playing that. And that's a weird game.
Well, my thing with JRPGs is that they're generally extremely fucking long. And like, you know, that can be good. Actually, I feel like that's one of the things about like the medium of books that just makes it like a little bit extra good, because like the length of it and how much time you're spending with it creates like a different kind of relationship to the art form, I think, versus like if you watch a musical or watch a movie, like you're gonna walk into a theater or turn something on and you know it's gonna be over before dinner, you know, or like before you go to bed. But like for a media to be something that you have to like store in your brain and think about and come back to later more than once, I feel like creates a different kind of relationship.
War and Peace over like a couple months. That was a cool experience because it's a long book.
Mm.
You know, you just take a little bit of it at a time, and like it gets, you know, you remember like the places you go to with it. Like, oh, I read that at the theater, or I read that at the park, or
Mm. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it is. It's definitely kind of. It's a different. All right, who's this guy? He looks like Timothy Chalamet from the back. Oh nope, he's old.
Can you make your streamer window a little bit smaller, or is it too late?
Yeah, okay, hold on.
Just a little bit. Does that guy got a robot hand?
I think so.
Are there captions on too?
If you're gonna give someone flowers, you should probably do it before they wither and die.
What, the flower? Or Sophie?
Ooh, dark. Sophie would approve.
Strumpet.
Hey, you said it, not me. The others are waiting for you. You're supposed to be helping with the festival.
With what? Putting up 3 tables? They'll manage.
You underestimate Lumiere's enthusiasm for the expedition. There's at least 5 tables.
Marvelous.
Wow, these hair fizz up there. Distracting.
Have you tried throwing with your other arm instead? If you could hit the paintress directly, that would actually be useful.
You know, hobbies
They
don't
look
always have
like
to be useful.
Bioshock Infinite
I'm enjoying the
characters.
uselessness of today.
Like
and
the
readying my
background
usefulness for
reminds
tomorrow.
me of it as well.
That was a fun game.
And soon we'll get to do a lot more than throw rocks.
I watched my ex Cody play it
That's
like
what
probably
all the
10
other
years ago, but I
expeditions said,
Hey,
too.
hardly
you know,
remember it.
You know they gave their lives to lay the trail for us, right?
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
They
Yeah.
made a ton of like technological breakthroughs to make porn of Elizabeth.
You
in the
still
game.
got a flower to give. No?
Oh,
Yeah, and
Yes. Yes.
there's a specific song to the porn
Just
video.
I'm not
So it's
sure how
funny,
to
if you go
start.
onto like the song.
After 4 years apart, what do I say to her on the day of her
everyone's
gamache?
like,
You're
"I know where you
asking
came
me.
from."
I don't know. Sun's
Oh
about
my
to
God.
set, so be direct. Hey, Soph, been a while. Could we...
Mummery. Yeah, me
Cat
too.
cam.
Me too. My computer. We'll see. We'll fly for some. Take it. Yep. You can give the flower to some. Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, you know,
I'll
it's like
accompany you
literally the first line of
Are you
dialogue that she
ready
said.
to
If you're
see
gonna
her
give
again?
somebody flowers, it's gotta be when
Yeah.
they're alive, not after they're
Right.
dead. So seems like, you know, she's being pretty direct, right?
Yeah, it's okay. I appreciate people. I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you too.
This does look a lot.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. You barely see any like Terra, I guess. Like, at least from what I can tell.
I set up these grapple shortcuts. Nice, huh? Don't tell your
Also,
sister, though. I sort of
just to let you know,
borrowed the
I think
hooks
you
from
got
the
a
Expedition
bitrate
Academy.
problem.
Wish I had them when I was working as a courier.
And I don't know how it can be fixed. Or if it can be fixed. Because, if you can see what YouTube looks like right now, looks real bad. Look like a mosaic. No, I'm gone. You Thanos snapped me. I think it's something like an OBS on like the stream settings. You know what? Let me open my OBS and do some reading about it, so then I can tell you what to do, maybe, or I might be able to give some guidance. But my understanding is that especially like if you have your phone on at the same time, so you can like monitor your stream, for example, and you can just like play YouTube on your phone with the volume off. That's what I do sometimes. But especially when the camera's moving around a lot in the game, it's very hard to see.
Okay.
What do you have your video bitrate set to on streaming?
I've just changed it to 6,000.
Okay. I keep mine on 6,000. Apparently that's like recommended for a lot of games. I don't know very much about this shit in general, but I'm back.
Instagram. Yeah, this is literally.
Also, I think you totally fucking fixed the problem. Nice.
This is why I'm not a professional streamer.
No, but you're just getting started. I like how in games, you know, like they have those cool animations for doing shit like that, like jumping, like grappling hooking between buildings and doing a little flip, like a little flourish on it. And it's like, he's so casual, you know, like he can do it over and over, he doesn't get dizzy, doesn't get sick, doesn't pull a muscle, you know, he can do that shit all day. I think, like, his proportions, he looks like a small guy, like a short guy, you know? I hope that he's like canonically short, because I would love like short man representation. It actually kind of made my day. A couple weeks ago I was at work and I saw this guy
By the time you've arrived.
and like he's like working at a golf course. I was delivering flowers there because these old people are having like a 50th anniversary and celebrating at the golf course. So they're having a big party. I was bringing a bunch of flowers. And this guy who came up to the counter to help me carry flowers, who worked at the golf course, he was like a cute guy, and he was the same height as me.
33.
Tiny little fucking
She looks so much younger than
5'2"
you.
man.
Thanks.
She's popular.
I thought it
I'm
was
sure
great.
she already has a necklace full of flowers.
I can imagine.
I'm also 33.
Yeah, they should make... I respect this media, I respect the story already for making the characters older than fucking, like, 20.
Yeah.
That shit drives me insane. Like, I think about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's gotta be one of the most notorious ones.
What?
You look tense.
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you need. A little jewel.
No.
Come on, it'll loosen you up. You can't go and see Sophie all somber and tense. And if you win, I'll give you something you can use with your Lumina converter.
The lip syncing doesn't quite
Alright,
line up.
you're on.
I think this.
Yes!
Actually, I don't know where this game is made. I know it's a JRPG. I don't know if it's actually Japanese.
Find out. I'll do the research. It's by Keepler Interactive, which is a British video game publisher based in London and Singapore.
What? But then why doesn't the English line up? Are they speaking British English?
That's a very good question. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those where, like, instead of animating them actually speaking, they just have them going
Yeah.
like Star Fox 64. Wait, publisher. People are interactive. Where is Sandfall Interactive? Oh, okay. The developer is French. The publisher is UK and Singapore.
Okay, so they're speaking French.
Probably yes.
Gustav starts with 2
Wait.
C's.
This straight up looks like Persona right now.
I've never played Persona.
So, in Persona 3, you know in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure how you have like stands, and stands are like the spiritual aspect of your being. And so instead of the people fighting, they have like these spirit monsters fighting each other, basically, more or less. So they have that in Persona, at least in Persona 3. But in Persona 3, the way that they summon their aspect is they shoot themselves in the head. And it's really strange. It's a strange idea. They don't die. I don't actually know what's going on. Like, is there a real bullet in there, or it's like for them to like face death emotionally makes their, I don't know. I'll attribute the tutorial.
Deal more damage with all the charge. Charge crystals are by dealing damage.
For those who come after.
Did I just kill this little girl?
You are. Now, don't you feel better?
Fucking
See you.
obliterated. It actually says kill in the bottom left.
All right. Now, let's go find Sophie. I saw her near the red and white tree.
Yeah.
Oh, the plaza is lively. Why people like to celebrate the gommage is still a mystery to me, but oh well.
Wait, how old is Gustav supposed to be? Do we know?
I'm guessing around the same age.
Okay. Wait, 33 is the name of the game. It's Expedition 33. So he must also be 33. This is a game about 33-year-olds. That's so cool.
We need to find another roommate or we can't afford rent.
The red and white tree. I've always found it beautiful. I don't really understand.
I just want this
You
game
and
to be
Sophie broke
old
up
man
so long
yaoi.
ago. But clearly you never got over her.
Well,
Why'd you
okay,
wait
but
until
what if
today
he
to say
starts
something?
dating somebody who's 20 years older than
It's a
him?
bit
Then
late,
is it old
isn't it?
man yaoi? Or is it mixed age yaoi?
What's the biggest like age gap? What's your age?
Well, it's a little bit different now, because, like, okay, so me and DJ are, like, in a committed relationship, but we're, like, non-monogamous, but really, functionally, we've talked about it recently, I think neither of us are just, like, interested in dating other people right now, but putting that aside, like, fucking people, totally okay, but let's say, if I was actually gonna date somebody, what age range? I straight up wouldn't date anybody younger than 30, period.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to date somebody, even if they're 29, I'd be like, sorry, Like, that's my cutoff. I'm sorry. Because I don't want to date somebody who's going to be like, oh, I'm going to turn 30. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't care. Like, I'll break up with you right now. But would I date someone who's in their
That's for your,
50s? Maybe. But I
if
feel
there's
like it might feel a little weird because my parents are in their 50s.
Yeah.
There's always room.
So I feel like between 30 and 50.
You know,
And
I'm
it's-
sorry.
Is Sophie like sisters with that Mayel or whatever her name was?
You
Don't
go.
look at me, 'cause-
You.
They don't?
Yeah.
You know how
Oh.
I feel. I wish things had
Yeah, one of them has shorter hair. You can cut your hair. It's not genetic.
It's a different color.
another path, another
I thought
future.
that they both had
Still
brown
can't finish your
hair.
sentences, can you?
Hers was like
Yep.
males.
That hasn't changed.
Oh, it was. My bad.
No, I had the same conversation with
I
my
missed
friend
that.
last night, and basically my age range is, I want them old enough
I never
to
faulted you for
be
wanting to
bitter
believe.
about life, but young enough they can choose not
You're
to be.
fighting.
That's how I put it.
That's interesting
Change things.
because I was very bitter about life at a very young
understand.
age,
Just-
and I've only become optimistic-ish. Or like, okay,
In a different life,
I'll explain a little bit.
right?
I finally,
Cycle.
pretty much for like my whole like life, I've thought if I could have chosen to
Stubborn
not be
people
born,
change
then
the
I
world.
totally would have done that.
And
I would
you
have
are the
preferred
most
that. Like
stubborn person.
from the age that I was old enough to like functionally like have the thought, like entertain the idea, like age 11 or 12, you know? That's how I felt. But since I've been doing esketamine treatments for depression, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, I finally had the thought,
Yes.
if I had to choose between nothing or this, then I would choose this. You know, and that's the first time I've ever felt that way.
Sweet, now I get to play as a chick. Which is
But if I'd started dating somebody and found out that they'd never felt like totally jaded about being a human being, you know, I'm not sure if I could relate very well to that experience.
if they were just like happy.
Yeah, if they were just like, I don't know, how could I date somebody who's been happy their whole life? They just wouldn't make any sense to me.
What the call for the instant transgender gender transition.
How do we get a hold of that technology?
How do we get out? Ah, I'm a sad man. I'm a sad man. I'm in the closet. I need to be manly because I'm in denial about my gender. I'm a happy girl. I'm a happy girl. I like thigh highs. Squirtle spitting.
They really do have like the total like gender binary, like not just binary, but like polar binary kind of thing going on, don't they? I think they should swap outfits.
I wonder if I can.
They have similar hairstyles. You know? Like, okay, it's brown hair, similar length. That's where the similarity ends. But they're both pretty
Oh, hi,
skinny and
Sophie.
short, and I think they could
So Gustav really
they
did
probably
come, huh?
could fit in each other's clothes. So I think they should.
Yeah.
No, look at
He
her
did.
waist. It's like smaller than her head.
I knew.
Well,
it
you
was-
don't know if his waist is snatched under that fucking suit. That's a thing with men's clothes, it's totally deceptive. Like, I can dress like that, and nobody knows that I have a tiny little twink waist.
Has everybody already left?
And it's really funny because
Yeah.
if you look at, like,
Everybody's heading to the harbor.
like bodybuilding forums, and guys
Sophie.
talking about like, they'll be like, oh, well, you really don't want to
Looks
build the
like you still
obliques.
have a
People
lot
think
of
you want to
flowers
build the
left."
obliques, but you shouldn't do that. And it's like the straightest man in the world, and he's like,
Well, there are less
because
and less people
if you
to
do
buy
that,
them.
then you're going to look shaped like a brick, and you're not going to have the smaller waist. So it's like, even like the
wish you
straightest
didn't
men in
have
the
to wear
world want tiny waists.
Tiffany.
I thought that was very interesting.
I should finish cleaning up here and join everyone at the harbor.
Like, why don't they just start
See
corset
you.
training at this point?
See you.
I just gotta just market it as like the Dorito upside down triangle waist trainer for men. Yeah, if you do the BOGO deal and you order it within, you know, like the infomercial comes on and they have like the 30-minute timer. It's like, you have to call within 30 minutes and then you'll get this extra shit. And it's like a testosterone supplement, which is really like, I don't know, what is it? Vitamin C or some shit? Oh, creatine. L-theanine. And caffeine.
I can't imagine what you're going through.
I'm fine.
And some iron just to
I'm
make him
fine.
constipated, because I think
I've
it's
lived
funny.
33 good years. Look around. We've
Why
had
isn't
our
my
whole
waist
lives-
getting smaller? I'm so constipated and my tummy is so swollen.
Mostly.
I'm not fine.
You will be.
I do have a really grudge for this.
Yeah, my girlfriend complains about that a lot. I would like my shoulders to be a little bit bigger, perhaps. I need my deltoids to get bigger so that it's a bigger target when I get my testosterone injection. You know, because then there will be more muscle, more area that I could possibly get injected into without like accidentally hitting something that's not supposed to be.
Dave says my volume is very quiet compared to the game. I don't know how to fix it.
You should be able to adjust that on OBS. So in OBS, you have the audio mixer. You can turn down the desktop audio, because presumably desktop audio is what the game is. But desktop audio might lower my volume as well. Wait, I have an idea. Don't do that yet. If the game's too loud, you should just go in the game settings. Like, go into the game, press escape, and go on, like, the master volume of the game. Because I think that should...
Yeah, but I'd
That
still
should probably
play
do.
it is the thing. I'll just turn my gain up, call it a day.
Okay.
We're just raw dogging gain. Property. God damn it! Why do they make this so complicated? Advanced audio properties. Okay. Okay, we'll increase it to... We'll just double it. Okay. My gain is now 300%.
It's probably great. I guess we'll have, Dave will tell us if it's not.
Dave, I'm 300% louder. How is it? I was telling Dave that
300%
he's
sounds
the-
like a lot.
Hmm?
300% sounds like a lot, but I can't tell you because I'm not listening to the stream, because I'll cause like an echoing hellhole
Yeah.
if I do.
Yeah, I was telling Dave he's the Captain America I work with, and that we all say good things about him. Yeah, he's back.
That's so fucking true.
Did Dave leave?
Dave, where are you? Do you want me to listen to the stream for a minute and you just you can do a filibuster for a moment?
You know what? We'll fix it in post. Fuck it.
I don't think you can.
That's
Here,
fine.
you keep talking, and I'll just talk a lot, okay?
Around the world, 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 around the world.
Okay, I listened to you saying around the world a whole bunch, and it's actually still really quiet. The game is definitely louder than you. My volume's louder than the game, but your volume's quiet as hell.
But you can hear me fine, right?
I can hear you fine on Discord. Yes.
I don't know how to fix that, dude. Like, that's why is there so many problems?
Okay. This is what you should do. Go on OBS. Keep your volume exactly where it's at. Decrease the... It probably is just the desktop audio that is taking my voice. I mean, you can probably separate Discord and the game to different volumes, but that'd be probably too much right now.
The game capture button doesn't work, so I'm using display capture.
So the audio is called display capture, is it?
Yeah, it's linked to the...
I would probably decrease that
Okay,
on
it's...
the audio mixer in OBS.
Yeah, okay, it's half down.
Okay, now I'm gonna listen. You should sing Around the World or some shit again.
Alright, hold on. A pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Around the world, 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 around the world.
This might be good now. Play a little bit longer so I can like compare. I don't know, like walk around and go like talk to somebody in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, Sophie. How are you?
I have terrible news, Lauren.
What?
Wait a second. So now I'm echoing and I don't know why. Do you have a volume? Why are there two of me? I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Your flowers.
Oh, this girl looks trans. She looks like a lot of trans girls I've seen. She's super
I
cute.
didn't know about. I thought you were younger. And yet you didn't have children. I'm not having this conversation with you
I
again.
think for now we probably should just call it good, as I think it's probably okay. From what I could tell.
Dave,
Dave!
he probably can't hear this because our audio's borked.
Dave,
Not today.
I'm messaging you.
Do you care so little about the future of Lumiere? How can you be so selfish?
Oh no, she's a natalist.
No way. What did I miss? Okay, do you care? The future of...
She's mad because this girl didn't have kids, because Sophie didn't have
she
kids.
straight up kind of looks like that natalist lady.
Just pearly things?
No. Okay, you know there's like that couple who's been going to like the natal con or whatever, and they like won't stop doing interviews for magazines. I don't remember what the fuck their names are. They're like weird. They dress up like pilgrim hipsters. You know what I'm talking about? The lady who wears like really... They're both white as hell. The lady wears like red lipstick. She has like huge crazy glasses and she wears like a pilgrim bonnet. You don't know who that is?
I've never heard of these people, no.
Pronatalist couple. That's like one of the Simone and Malcolm Collins. Man, for real, I'm so glad. I'm like jealous of you that you don't know about these motherfuckers. All right, I'm gonna. I'm gonna find a picture and send it to you because I feel like you might recognize. I need to find the one where she's wearing her weird fucking
I'm not
pilgrim
selfish
hat.
enough to bring others into our doomed world.
Ah, she said it. She said the antinatalist thing.
Wait, I missed it.
Sophie, I am not selfish enough to bring others into our doomed world. This really is about 33-year-olds. Holy shit.
It so fucking is. It's so funny.
I know we are not many to think like this now. And it destroyed my relationship with the person I loved the most.
Okay, so yeah, it seems like the new discourse lately is kind of revolving around the like concern about the population decrease, you know? Which, like, I don't know, I'm kind of mad because I wanted the new discourse to actually be, like, I wanted the new culture war to be an actual new culture war, but it's actually just the same shit with different wrapping paper on it every fucking time. You know, it's like, oh, what is this pronatalism going, and they're like, oh, well, you see, we're really worried about the decreased birth rates because if there isn't high enough birth rates to replace the population, then over time we're going to have economic problems, for example. And this one's actually a true problem, to my understanding, which is if you have not very many young people, and then 60 years from now, many, many old people, then you're going to have a lot of people who need care as elderly people. And so that's like a type of employment that you're going to need a lot of young people doing instead of doing other stuff that they might that might be necessary for the economy, you know? Like a lot of people in healthcare, a lot of people working in nursing homes, a lot of people you know, just taking care of the old people. So that's a part of like the economic concern. Or maybe there's not going to be enough people to take care of the aged population, you know? So anyway,
yeah.
That's where they say the problem is, but usually what happens, and you're probably familiar enough with the pronatalists, is like, they're just white supremacists, every time.
Yeah.
It's just, we need to make more white babies because there's going to be too many brown people, and then we're going to be the minorities. They're going to get our asses for everything we've done.
As we should.
You have my support.
Sorry.
Dun, 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 dun,
See you
dun.
at the harbour.
See you at the harbor.
Good luck, Mary.
So, Canada is the official language is English and French, but like French is always like longer. So if they're giving like, you know how they give instructions for like emergencies when you're on a plane?
Oh, I see. Like, there's more syllables to say, like, the same amount of information typically in French.
Yeah, that, or they're telling the French people something they don't want the English people to know.
Could it be maybe like in Japanese, for example, where they have like degrees of politeness, and like in Japanese, whenever like you're doing like a more polite conjugation, like it takes more syllables, straight up, like it takes longer to say. And like if you're making an announcement on the plane, you don't know if there's doctors or royalty in there. You gotta be really fucking polite.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that can be said of the French. I've never really thought of them as a polite people. I don't think that's in the card.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. Dun, 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 dun. People who are about to gommage leave their furniture so that others may use them. What?
Alright, so tell me what you really think about the French.
I love the French, but
We can use that.
you know, I get that's not a popular opinion amongst the left.
see.
I just love, I love French culture. I love their aesthetics. I love French
I like
food.
baguettes. I like coffee.
I like
wine.
poutine.
I like being outside.
I
like
love the French
throwing,
language.
giant tantrums, with like all of my homies and making the government do what I say. What's not to love?
Hey, madame, do you think the Gestrels really exist?
Ooh, the sea.
Are they okay?
They're
Are they the Da Vinci brothers?
what?
I'm afraid they're just fairy tales.
I was walking by some kids the other day.
Prove it. You can't. Can you?
They live down the street from me, and they have like a big trampoline out in front of their house.
One
They're
day,
like,
I will meet one.
what did they say? They said something like, "Lasso into the trampoline is gay," and I laughed because that's what we were saying when I was a kid. Stupid shit like that.
And we'll crush the paintress.
And it worked. You were too slow and it fucking turned you gay.
Yeah, right. No, I thought the kids were more woke nowadays, but I guess not.
We're tired of the orphanage.
Maybe they're saying it in like a queer positive
The
way.
legends are true. They really
don't know.
like to fight.
You don't know their culture. You're probably too old to understand.
That's why
Yeah, I'm an old fogey. What do I know?
beating up my little brother.
That's... yeah. You would make a great
You know how
story.
like the turncoat like trans person, like the pick me, is like under this delusion that like if I turn against trans people and like assimilate and stuff, then I'm gonna get these rewards. It's not just the safety, but some like rewards, economic, etc.
You seem like a woman with exquisite taste.
I don't know, I was just thinking about like if the great replacement, if it was real, if I could, theoretically be a turncoat white person, if I could be a pick-me white person, like I would actually do it. Even if it was like, even if I knew that things, we're looking in
How could I make it better?
the imagination of the bigot right now. We're pretending that their conspiracy shit is real, but like if we get a future where like white people become minorities and then like become persecuted,
Brilliant.
like let's say there was a movement where it was unironically like kill all white people, I feel like it would be, I feel like I should be the person to help kill more white people. Like I could like be a trickster and trick,
I shall get to work tomorrow.
like if you were like the boss
Mm.
and then I was like your assistant, and then like you would give me like little granola pieces that I eat off of the floor in exchange for I find white people and bring them to you so you can like cut their heads off.
Yeah.
As a thank you.
I think that'd be a pretty good situation for me. I think that'd be a pretty good deal. I'd take it.
Oh, you don't have to.
Nah.
Unironically just based.
I'm gonna wear my beret because everyone's wearing a beret in this game.
Yeah, they're wearing the same one. They both got it at Dollar Tree. Oh shit, you actually have the same fucking one. That's nuts.
I guess so, yeah.
Damn, I don't even have a beret. That's fucked up. You have the hairstyle and everything. What the hell?
I am Expedition 33 title card.
Man, that statue's fat as hell. Wait, can you look at that statue?
This one?
I don't know either of them.
I don't know what you're talking about. This guy?
No, turn around. Yeah. I wonder if I compared the sizes of those to the ones at the Capitol in Jefferson City. Because when I think about it, they might be about as big as that. They're pretty fucking huge. It's probably, I think it's like Thomas Jefferson or some shit, most likely. When did they stop wearing those big funny white wigs? You know, like, court is in session, they put on their funny wig. When did they stop doing that and why?
So originally it was to stop lice. So I guess whenever we figured out how to solve lice. See, this is my huge pet peeve in games, when they don't have enough NPCs to fill out crowds, so they just repeat them a lot. You see this green guy?
I see the gringo.
He's everywhere. Look.
Oh my god, he is everywhere. Does he have, is it the same guy but different heights also? Yes it is. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm guessing they were working with a limited budget. So I'll give them a pass, but
Why does Manon keep saying
takes me right out of game.
You haven't heard that before?
I swear to God, if that green guy is like a boss character later, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Unofficial expedition. You never heard Lucian say it either. It's one of his favorites.
I think he prefers we're already dead, you're just catching up.
All of the men in this game look like they're designed by trans men.
Yeah, I heard that.
Like their names, their style.
Gustav, yeah.
I don't know.
Are trans men just French? Is that what's going on?
Having a deadline forces you to
Probably.
prioritize. It's a bit freeing as we get closer to the end.
I mean, I feel like most of us are kind of hipster little fuckers, you know, like depressed. When I think of a trans man, I do kind of think of Eric Satie, who was a very depressed French composer who wrote a lot of.
Yeah, I know
I
City.
mean, you probably know, yeah, you know Satie, you know, because ContraPoints be playing
Yeah.
all of Satie's fucking piano pieces.
Yeah. ContraPoints. She was streaming the other day.
Yeah, it seemed like she was trying to create some discourse about BreadTube, I guess.
Yeah, so she doesn't like the term bread tube, which I mean, from her position I can understand why, but like I think on the other end of it, I think bread tube can be a good thing. I think it's nice that we have like a recognizable aesthetic that, you know, you can just find a channel and be like, oh hey, it's a bread tube channel, and you know, you kind of know what you're getting into. You know how like when you go to like a Chinese restaurant in America, they're all kind of like the same. I like that. You know, I like going to like the table is a little bit sticky, and then there's like some kid working the register, and the food's like $10, and it's the best food you've ever had. Like I like that. That's what BreadTube
Makes
is.
sense. So what is her problem that she didn't want to be included in BreadTube, or she thinks BreadTube shouldn't exist, or like it's mislabeling her, or what?
I think all of that, yeah. But I think if I had to speculate, I think it was just like, I think it's like she feels like expectations are being put on her to be something she isn't.
I see.
Hi, Gustav. You're back.
Well, I think it's probably
Different flower.
for like a lot of people who are very left-wing and especially like explicitly socialist. I feel like a lot of the time we're kind of like starved for content. So whenever she, and especially like let's say 7 years ago in particular, it's just for her to start making content and then people to apply that label to her. I think it was like people were really excited to see somebody who's more like ideologically aligned with them, you know? So it's definitely like, especially at the time, a term of endearment and not necessarily a very serious term, you know? I don't know. I don't know if it really necessarily comes along with a lot of expectation. I saw somebody on the island the other day having the criticism of, well, the thing is, BreadTube refers to Kropotkin, who's like an anarchist theorist from the 1800s, and, you know, explicitly socialist and anarchist. which ContraPoints definitely is not. And a lot of people who fit into BreadTube, the genre, or might even call themselves like a BreadTuber, they're not necessarily anarchists or socialists, you know? And I don't really know if that's something I have a problem with personally. Like, if the vibes are close enough, then I don't care, you know? But if she feels like... if she feels mislabeled by it, and she feels like there's an expectation for her to be more, like, radical than she is, I feel like she's always kind of had this problem. Where maybe she kind of has, like, the aesthetics of somebody who's more... I don't know. I mean, does she actually self-describe like a political label, like SOCDEM?
Most recently she just called herself a liberal, but I don't know what she meant exactly like that.
Yeah, I thought she used to call herself like a SOCDEM, right?
Yeah, she would say she prefers letting other people describe her, but she said, I guess if you'd have to call me, you can call me a SOCDEM. But you know what? You're right though. Like it doesn't. You know, let's focus on getting rid of capitalism, and we can work through the rest of it later.
We bring another generation into this world just so they can watch us die before they're even old enough to understand why.
That's why we're going. We can save them. With our Lumina tech. The Paintress.
The Paintress? What? What's a scrawny shit like you gonna do to the Paintress, eh?
The scrawniest guy you know just called you scrawny.
Maxine.
Get it.
Look at this guy. This Daniel Radcliffe motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like at least Gustav has the fucking fashion sense to put in some shoulder pads, you know? Like, he knows he's scrawny, but he's doing something about it.
Huh? What's this? A perfectly normal trash can. That's suspicious.
It is pretty suspicious, especially like the... Wait, you can click on it? Yes, very...
It is in... Okay, it changed. Did you see that? It is indeed a perfectly normal trash can. Nothing special to see here. It's just a trash can. There's something with this trash can. I know it. Once again, a perfectly normal...
If this was Disco Elysium, you could, like, give it a hug or something.
Can you leave? I don't want to draw attention to myself.
Trash can, man. Oh my god, is that Danny DeVito?
It's Oscar the Grouch, obviously.
33 today, can you believe my luck? Why would my parents choose the worst time? But I have a strategy. If I hide myself here, the Paintress won't...
He's 33 also?
I've been hiding for 6 months now. So leave and don't tell anyone I'm here. Ow! What's that? It's hurting my arse. Maybe you can use it. Move on.
It's hurting my
Paintress
ass.
does not know I'm here.
What? What is that?
I don't know. I don't know how to open my inventory.
Yeah, it's not important.
Do you see that?
No.
Yeah.
I'm also like 3 to 5 seconds behind.
You can see your feet.
Ew, disgusting. Put those bitches away.
It's so good. I wish there was a camera mode.
You're nasty.
It's all dirty too. It's so hot.
Are they really?
Yeah, this looks like pre-indoor plumbing, so everyone's probably a little bit dirty.
What's this goopy shit all over the ground anyway?
I think it's just like confetti or something.
Okay. You gotta play Repo with this sometime, it's very fun.
I don't know what that is.
Sometimes.
You're these little
I feel
robot
sorry for her.
guys, and you like go into a house, and you're basically stealing shit, I guess, and you put it in a cart, and you have to, it's a physics game, so, like, if you and your friends are picking up a piano together, and moving it out of the house, like, you want to make sure you don't damage it, but here's where the tricky part comes in, which is it's partially a horror game, and, yeah, dude, scary monsters just come in and kill your ass. So, you're carrying a heavy-ass piano or some delicate shit,
You don't have to.
and then some kind of motherfucker comes out to get you guys, you gotta run away.
That's scary.
Try
I don't
not
want to do
to
that.
break all your shit. Is this like French Pride? What kind of this is the 33 festival? What's happening?
It's our fault. We brought this upon ourselves because we dared to defy her.
I missed the part where they said what kind
One of
of
these dangerous
celebration it
worshippers
is.
has to ignore him.
No, they didn't say it.
Oh, okay.
Mama, 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 mama.
No regrets. I've always loved the harbour.
I've always loved the harbor.
I think there are very many religious gamers because, like, I don't know, they must play Resident Evil 4. Like, imagine being devout Catholic and playing Resident Evil 4 and just, like, having the realization that the whole world thinks you're fucking nuts.
I see you're apprentices. Gustav!
What?
Here, Sophie asked us to bring you your coat.
We sewed up the sleeve so you don't have to keep rolling it up.
You guys know how to sew?
Sophie helped us. Turns out it's not that hard. We really should have done this ages ago.
I like this version of France because people aren't like racist to each other.
That was supposed to be between us, yeah? I wanted to do something for you.
So, thanks guys,
Aw.
this is great, thank you.
See you at the festival?
Don't leave without saying goodbye.
Yeah, of course not.
Sophie looked like Zoe Deschanel or some shit.
What? I know that face.
Whenever a woman has bangs, is that Zoe Deschanel?
I can tell.
No, it totally looks like her though.
It looks no, it doesn't.
Really?
It's just she
They
has
both
bangs
look-
and black hair. That's it.
Both of them to me look exactly like if there was some like quirky hipster like 2009 like comedy romance,
Yeah.
that's what they look like.
I wanted to see you wearing it.
Oh, you like uniforms now?
I think Gustav should have earrings.
Yeah. Do you like uniforms?
No,
What if it's like a garbage man uniform?
no, too stinky.
This too is your legacy.
In a way. It's yours too.
No, you fucking liar. She look exactly like Zoe Deschanel.
She does not.
Yes, she does.
She absolutely does not. You're crazy, man.
Well, you know what? All white people look the same to me, so fucking whatever.
All right.
He looked like he'd been wearing those gloves for too long, They look like they smell bad. look like the Disney logo. You know, when it like...
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what's going on. We've been streaming for an hour. I have no idea what's going on.
They gotta do like that cold opening kind of technique where it's like they're just bringing you in, you're like, what the hell's going on, you know, and then suddenly you have the realization, and then it like, because they said it's like the prologue, right? So like something fucking crazy is about to happen.
34.
You know what's funnier than 24? 25. Is like a New Year's celebration, and like the Cthulhu entity out in the ocean, it's just every year it updates the
Was that not supposed to happen? Oh. Oh, okay.
Yo, they're getting Thanos. Oh, that's what all those pedals we've been walking around in is people.
Oh no!
Does this happen every year?
I guess so. They just... Yeah, like the Hunger Games.
They didn't have like a worthy sacrifice or something?
I'm here.
The lip syncing so bad, you know. Oh, you know what? They wanted to make it more JRPG like. That's why they made. Okay, I get it.
Oh, you mean the lip syncing? You think they did it on purpose?
Yeah, yeah.
When he's like looking out there and he's like crying and shit, I'm just like, and I don't have any volume on, I'm just like imagining like Simple and Clean coming on. Who are those fucking statues? Those fucking... Who are those guys?
I don't know.
They seem important.
Wait, I don't get it. So everyone who's 33 is fine?
Like I said,
Morning's best done with friends.
Is that what's happening?
It is.
I don't know.
All alone's the worst.
Because I was thinking like everyone who's 33 dies, but
Wait, I thought that Sophie was 33.
yeah, but why do they have 33s on their armbands then if they're not 33?
Yeah, no, I could use a drink.
Maybe... I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
5 tables this year. You see that? Told you we'd beat the 34s. Even my Elle showed up and she hates these things. Wanna go take a look?
I don't... Maybe later. I'll catch up. I'm okay. I'm okay. You go.
My
Time for a refill anyway.
There's an excess of wine, again. Thank you, sister, for her generosity.
Oh, and try to enjoy yourself. Don't drink alone, you weirdo.
Yeah, right. Enjoy myself.
Yo, what's with the social stigma of drinking? I was like, if you're drinking by yourself at the function, you're an alcoholic. It's like, what do you mean? That's absurd.
Let's at least check on my app.
You can have a nice little drink by yourself without being an alcoholic. It feels very, like, self-evident to me.
Hey, Gustav, check out the new pictos I made.
Looks a bit rough. Sure it works.
I've been working on this for months. It's my personal masterpiece.
Your personal
Do you go out to restaurants alone?
What, like by myself?
Yeah.
It's dead useful, trust me.
Not a lot lately. Mostly because of the transphobia's kind of got into my head. Where, like, I'm starting to
morbid curiosity.
not want to be outside. Which is really sad. But before that was going on, yes, occasionally. Especially if it was like, dang, I just want to have a nice day and cheer myself up a little bit. I'd especially go to, like, a Mexican restaurant by myself. You know, you get, like, the tortilla chips and the cheese dip and the salsa. You know how fucking much of that I eat by myself? Too much. Very much. It's really yummy.
I'm a big fan of sour cream.
Wait, you say you are a big fan?
Yeah.
Sour cream's pretty yummy.
Yeah, you got some pierogies in there.
That lady, the NPC you were talking to, who he asked if she can style him up, she reminds me of my rock band character I had in high school, because you could customize your characters back then.
Yeah.
That was fun as hell.
Hello there,
I
Gustav.
genuinely
Perhaps one of these
liked that
artifacts may
game.
prove useful to your
Did you
mission.
play those? Like
No.
Guitar Hero? and shit?
No, never really.
You've been holding
Oh.
out.
You missed out on a
Relics from
cultural
fracture,
moment.
passed down through
Yeah.
generations.
Yeah, I did.
Council deemed them trinkets, but I think otherwise.
Also never had a GameCube.
It's kind of you to share.
Alright, that's psychotic.
Yeah, I didn't get to play Luigi's
I may
Mansion.
not be able to join the expedition, but I'd still like to help.
I remember the first time I played Luigi's Mansion. Like, I think we probably got the GameCube for, like, Christmas or some shit. But we, like, opened it up and started it up at my grandma's house. Like, my dad plugged everything in, put on Luigi's Mansion, and I was just like, oh my god. And I was like, how old was I?
Many years ago.
10?
This is your...
Yes. When did our world break apart and our luminous city get thrown into the middle of the ocean? When was the fracture?
What do I choose? What do I choose?
Hold on. Give me a second to catch up so I know what's going on. When did the world break apart and our luminous city get thrown in the middle of the ocean? When was the fracture? 100 years ago.
100 years ago.
Maybe you should pick 33. I don't know.
Come on.
Is 67 the...
You're kidding. This is your question.
Yes.
It's the opposite of... Oh, it's okay. You can keep guessing until you get it right.
Really, Gustav? I gave you... How many years?
You're kidding. This is...
Yes.
I like how he goes, "You're kidding, right?" Like it's
Brilliant.
obvious, and then he keeps getting it wrong.
Every child knows this. The monolith's essentially a reverse calendar, counting down since the fracture happened in the year 100.
All right, fine. Another one then. Which was the first expedition?
I like how he goes, "Every child knows this." Bro, you got it wrong twice.
Expedition 99.
Are you even trying it? Which was the first
Expedition
Zero,
100.
Expedition 0. Is it 99?
Which was the first?
Oh.
God, I'm really bad at this.
Correct. That still annoys me. They left in
No,
year
Expedition
100.
0 sounds like the most
Called
cool.
Expedition 100 makes no sense. Lumiere will be long
Hey, you
gone
know
before
Subnautica 2 is gonna happen, and it's gonna be multiplayer, and I think that we should play it together.
Okay, yeah.
Whenever it comes out. It's gonna be, apparently, early access is coming out this year.
Abilities you internalize.
Well done. Well done.
Not really. I mean,
I hereby officially.
It's gotta be the longest answer.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome back. You're here for the artifact?
Oh, this looks like a friend of mine.
yes, I'm curious. Here's a token.
Cool style.
Take good care of it. Godspeed.
Old key. An old key for an old door.
Glass of wine? Or a hug?
Keep your sweat to yourself.
Bring Gustav a glass of wine.
Who exactly are you talking to? They cut service from the budget years
Can you
ago.
actually... Oh, it didn't even give you an opportunity to choose the hug. I hate it whenever... I hate when that shit happens in a video game. Like whenever you beat all the fucking baddies on the Cerulean Bridge in Pokemon, and you get to the end and they go, "Alright, you beat us. Now what do you say? Do you want to join Team Rocket?" And I was like, "Yes, I want to join Team Rocket." And they're like, "Oh, you don't want to join? Too bad, I guess we'll just have to kill you." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
That shit sucks. Like, and this was such an innocent choice too. Let me hug the man. But he was like, no homo, you sweaty.
I'm ready for my Lumina.
Oh, maybe it is racist France after all.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, well, we've only tested it here. Who knows what we'll need on the main continent? We'll need more field testing as we go.
Don't worry, buddy. I've got you covered.
Great. Thanks, buddy. Hey.
Hey yourself.
Hey yourself. Is that a flirty thing?
Try something for me? So sorry for interrupting.
What's that?
Can you go on Discord and see if you can stream the game to me at the same time that you're streaming? So then I can actually hear the audio.
You know what? Yeah, maybe. Give me a moment. Okay.
You okay? Wanna
Can you
talk
hear that?
about it?
Give me a second. Could you do another audio test just by saying something?
Me or the game?
Actually, no.
You. Which I can hear you in the...
Okay.
Let's see, watch stream.
That's okay.
Around the world, around the world, around the world, around the world.
I don't think that I hear
Say goodbye to
the
Derek.
game.
Oh, that was over ages ago.
So I should be able to hear this lady talking.
Yeah, because I can hear her.
No, I can't hear it. But
Okay.
at least this way I'm like caught up with what's happening.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, let me see if there's anything I can do about it. Oh, I didn't check share stream audio. That's why.
Oh, I can definitely hear it now.
Oh, sorry.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay, we did it.
Cool.
I really thought you guys would work out.
I'm so bad at streaming.
I need full focus on the expedition and our team.
Yeah, so she says.
Been British the whole time.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound British.
Commander?
Oh, that sounds a little British.
Oh, wait. Yeah. What?
Saw you with Sophie. You talked.
Yeah, yeah. Where's your daughter?
Leona's upset. Doesn't want to see me.
Shit.
It's okay. She doesn't need to understand. As long as she gets to live.
Yeah.
I'm counting on you.
No pressure.
Oh no. Lots of pressure. You and Lune and your Lumina tech, that's our end.
Thanks, but that's not. Everyone has a role. Lucien, Tristan, Catherine, and you.
Tristan.
made us into we have a really good team, thanks to you. That's our edge.
Tomorrow comes, my friend.
Doesn't it always?
Hey, so do they have a plan about the people disappearing, or are they just like, yep, that's what happens?
Doubtful.
Oh, well, they're partying, so I don't think there's a plan.
But not impossible.
I guess not.
But they would have been overrun by Nevrons before they could build any.
We were lucky the fracture dropped us out here. Bought us time to get our defenses up.
I don't know. People are resourceful, and Nevrons can't be everywhere. I'm betting on human ingenuity.
I like it.
Come, let's play some cards.
Oh god, is there a card minigame?
Way. Everyone knows you cheat.
Well, it's like an RPG,
Sore losers say.
so it's gotta.
Cautious is good.
We're expeditioners.
Money's no good out there anyway.
'Cause winning's fun.
Yo, they got little cheesecakes out there.
It is France.
Oh, cheesecakes and wine. Fuck, I want to go to that party.
Cheesecakes and wine.
Yeah, what the
Cheesecakes.
hell are- So it's just like, well, every 67 years or so, whatever the fuck, half of the population just gets dead because the Cthulhu entity said that it's gotta happen. And we just keep partying.
After I left.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm a coward for staying?
Do you?
Not anymore. Not all of us can change the world. Some of us can only change ourselves.
Yeah, that's deep.
Anyone? Make yourself accept the unacceptable. Make believe that happiness is this.
More like rediscover happiness. One Gomage left. Maybe contentment is the highest form of happiness.
It makes me sad to hear you talk like this. The patron stole so many things, including your capacity to dream.
No, you misunderstand. My mind is where I can be free. She can't touch me there. This is my final act of defiance. Just like the expedition is yours.
If you say so. I can't believe you're working right now.
Tristan dragged me here.
Is she Asian?
Is that the final spot?
Maybe?
It's amazing you triangulated Expedition Zero's landing site.
Theoretically. Extrapolated from the archives, but that's 67 years ago. So much of the landscape has changed.
I trust your calculations.
Thanks.
It's a good strategy, tracing their steps. They're the only expedition with any survivors, and they made it to the monolith, so...
Assuming the records are correct, my calculations are correct, that they left clear markers, that road conditions haven't changed, that...
You need a drink.
Go away, Gustav.
Yo, it looks like she's got like scarification that's like gold embedded in her skin or some shit. Like I can't tell. Is that what that is?
Won't
That's
let
crazy.
me zoom in.
Seems like it would be expensive and
We
dangerous.
got something for you.
It's your journal that we stole from you, bro. We were reading your diary.
So, when you come back, you can tell us everything.
They'll definitely want that for the museum. The complete record of the expedition that destroyed the Paintress.
Oh, and if you find journals from the other expeditions, make sure you save them for us.
I shall faithfully record all our adventures, every strange and wondrous thing.
And Nevrons.
I can do that. And in return, do you solemnly promise to take care of the shield dome while I'm gone? I'm entrusting you with the safety of Lumiere.
I promise.
Promise.
Adrian,
I'll use everything you taught us, Monsieur G.
I should check on Maya. She's probably alone, as usual.
Ready for tomorrow?
Yeah. Been ready. What about you? Heard you were elected Commander 32. Congrats.
I've already claimed Alon's office. It's got a nice view, then.
A view of the Paintress. You're sicker than I thought.
She won't be there for long.
If we fail, though.
When one falls, we continue. We'll pick up.
Okay, so I guess the player, you know, watching this shit is supposed to be like, what are we gonna do to change this? Like I was saying earlier, and it seems like the main character is also of that opinion, I guess. So he's gotta go on some kind of big adventure and take on the situation. Presumably.
I knew I'd find you. Having second thoughts about the expedition.
Please. More ready to go than you are.
Yeah, I know. Look, I know we've been over this, but as your guardian, I need to say this one more time. The rest of us only have a year left, but you've got 9 good years before your Gamage.
Oh, apparently Gamage means erase in French, so that's kind of interesting.
Fromage.
I need to leave you. It's a lot to
Omelette du fromage.
1 year out there is better than 9 years in here.
I know you think that.
If anyone should stay, it's you. You have friends and family who want you here.
So do you.
No, I don't.
Emma thinks of you as family.
Lumiere's not my home. Not the way it is for you. Besides, this way I can keep an eye on you for Emma.
Right. Because she needs eyes everywhere.
Shush. You're lucky you have a sister who cares.
Doubly lucky. Since now I have 2.
Alright,
Aww.
enough chit-chat. Come on, old man, let's have a duel.
Old man.
You're pretty much the oldest man in Lumiere now, no? Come on.
Okay, so it's everyone older than 33.
I think so.
This time, I'm not messing around.
Alright. Oop.
No shame losing to a superior fighter.
Yeah, get her ass.
Hope your Lumina converter works better than your dueling.
I'm really bad at this. Alright.
Wonder if you'll get an actual game over from dueling with her, or if she'll just be like, "Huh, you suck." Hey, you got the dodge going.
Oh, I just... Okay.
You got an actual game over screen from dueling with your little sister.
Yeah, on story difficulty.
Now, don't get too confident.
Aren't you glad we didn't choose anything harder?
Yeah. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay.
That's the girl from the Titanic.
Emma's here. Your sister's going to be looking for you.
Our beloved chief counsel. Yeah, I should go talk to her.
Don't get too drunk tonight, okay?
My darling sister has arrived. She'll kill me if I don't say goodbye.
Yo, why is she standing that close to the edge on the dock?
She looks cool.
She's edgy.
Yeah.
So did we have that established earlier in the story that like her family doesn't like her or some shit?
No, that just came up.
It's just what?
It just came up.
Oh, okay.
What? Where's my
She's
sister?
down there at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, okay, I thought she was at the top of the stairs. Hello, sister.
Honors us with her presence. What? Still mad I'm going?
This is the definition of a fool's quest. My brother's not usually a fool.
I've heard you say otherwise.
You and I both know the political complexities that necessitate the expedition. It's vital for morale, but it's a bloodless guillotine is what it is.
You should put that in your speech. Very motivating. They might just find a guillotine for you too.
There are so many things you can contribute to here in Lumiere. That will
Lumiere.
have a real impact.
Em, you're doing great work, really. Getting things ready for the last generation. You've got it well in hand here. Let me do my part, out there, and win us a chance to live.
We're never going to see each other again.
You're so busy anyway. I barely see you.
Just take care of Mayel, okay?
My,
What a fucked up thing to
I'm
say.
gonna go with you.
Me? You're her guardian too. You stop her.
We're her guardians, not her jailers. She really wants
Like,
off this island.
my little sister is busy a lot because she... Well, first of all, she lives in a different state.
Mm-hmm.
She only usually comes down for like Christmas. She's in nursing school and she works full time, you know? And I'm just imagining like if I had a conversation with her like this where it's like, hey, I'm gonna go on like some kind of suicidal quest, alright? So anyway, wish me luck. And then she's like,
Don't you have a speech?
bro, you're gonna die. And I'd be like, well, I barely see you anyway because you're always busy. Like, what the hell?
You mean the one you so kindly wrote for me?
Just suggestions. I thought it might help you understand.
I do. Understand? I just... Anyway.
It's just such a BPD thing to say, like, oh, you don't pay attention to me anyway, so I might as well die.
Well, I gather this is like a normal thing for them, so maybe they had time to get used to it.
I guess. You mean like the every 67-year thing, or?
Oh, I don't know what's going on, but they seem like they know what's going on. Hey, it's the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, a little Eiffel Tower candle?
That's cute. I like
That
that.
is pretty cute.
Yeah.
Expeditioners. The Sword of Lumiere. We honor your dedication. We do not take for granted that you dedicate your final year of life to keeping hope alive for all of Lumiere. Some of you are
God, I wish I
leaving
had that
to
hat.
change the world. Others to discover the secrets of our universe. Some to protect loved ones. Others to find meaning in our all too short lives. As you sail into the unknown, know that Lumiere stands with you. When you battle the Paintress, know that Lumiere fights with you. Let the stones of her monolith crumble. Let her body lie at the end of the world.
Yeah, that guy was Chinese.
Unable to paint another death. Let the
What guy? What are you
stars
talking
no longer
about?
be
He was a
hidden
guy in the crowd. He was
in
like an
her
Asian guy.
silhouette. Let the world once
How do you even know that China is in this universe? Why would you call him Chinese?
You know what I mean. He just looks Chinese. I don't know.
Okay. You sound like my parents.
No, because Asians look slightly different from one another, and you figure it out after a while.
Likely story.
Tomorrow comes.
I found a Eiffel Tower birthday candle on Amazon.
Thanks to you.
So I think I'm gonna get one and then get a cheesecake and put it on the cheesecake and drink some wine.
Yeah. Oh, was that the intro?
That's what I was telling you. Cold opening. That's how they do this shit.
Fuck, that was really long.
Yes.
Okay.
It's in vogue right now in video game
Yeah.
to have a very long cold opening.
Do you want to keep going, or?
Yeah, why not? Let's see what's going on.
All right. We're at an hour 42 right now.
It's like, who's coming on the expedition? You know, is it like all these fucking, all the fancy looking people who had like developed character models? Because, you know, it probably is those people. But are they all going to be in your party? And like, I want to learn more about them. Because I'm interested enough. I want to know about the world and how the people in the world react to the situation. You know?
All right. 33.
Well, I do want to marry that guy.
He looks greasy.
Yeah, he kind of does.
You into that?
Well, maybe I am. I just like boys. I like how he looks really tired.
Yeah. I do like that look in people.
Yeah, like kind of disheveled looking man. He kind of look like, I don't know, he reminds me of Faramir a little bit. I got a thing for Faramir. What is happening? Who are you?
It looks like him from the future.
You're old. How did you survive the Gommage? Which expedition are you from?
Did they just kill my husband?
Yep.
God damn it! No! Not my husband! Don't do him like that!
Died like Faramir.
I'm no longer invested in this game.
Pew, 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 pew.
Stop! Come on, we need to go!
You know, at some point, video game graphics won't be able to get any better.
That's true.
He's not following.
Like, this is pretty good, and like,
Who the fuck was that?
Ned! What do we do now?
And I feel like a lot of people, they define better as more lifelike. You know,
Yeah.
it's like lifelike isn't necessarily better in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like life is going to be so much more beautiful when we finally have that realization collectively. When everyone catches up to me and my preferences, art's going to be better.
Cool.
What the hell is that?
Just a guy who wants a hug. Oh, gross!
Disgusting.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
It's some, like, Elden Ring
Yeah.
creature.
Have you played
What this
Elden
is
Ring?
reminding me of right now is like Attack on Titan when they're like,
Yeah.
look at all these important characters who are going to be part of the story, and then they just
Start
take
killing
them out.
Are they gonna make me fight this thing? I lost to Mael. I don't.
Good luck. You can do this. You got this.
Oh boy, here we go. Act 1. Gustav. Alright.
Is that Baby Shark?
No, that was American Woman.
Wait, when did you delete me on the stream? How long ago did that happen?
Are you not on there?
I don't see my video. My video is much like the
That's so
characters in
weird
the
because
scan.
I can see you on my. I can see your face. Okay, I don't know how to.
It's one of your. It's got to be a thing that's happening on OBS, right?
Maybe we'll come back once the cutscene's over.
When I skim YouTube, it looked like I've been gone for about the last 30 minutes.
Ah.
That's alright, I'm not... I mean, I'm just eye candy, don't worry.
The best part of the stream. Huh?
Yeah, where the fuck is he?
Hold on, let me see if I can. Nope, you're still gone.
Suddenly looking kind of like Oblivion to me.
Oh, cause I'm streaming my thing to you. Wait. Okay, hold on. I think I got it. Okay, do you see yourself?
Give it a couple seconds. I don't think so. Nope.
Yeah, cause that like 30 minutes ago is when we started streaming.
Yeah, I guess it is, but I don't know why that would happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if you stopped streaming to me, I don't think it would fix the problem. Because I can't think of any reason why it would. Unless it's just like a graphics card limitation or something. Like if there's like a hardware limitation and OBS is just going, your computer can't handle it, so I'm not letting you do it or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Who's to say? Oh well. We can fuck with it a different time if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't know if it's even fixable. Okay, I'm gonna try something. No, that didn't do anything. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I'm just going to think here. What if I... Yeah, I don't know what to do.
If you stopped streaming to me, you could like see if it makes a difference. Just
yeah, but then you
just
can't
to diagnose.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anything?
So far, I don't think so. Oh wait, actually I did. I came back. There I am.
Yeah.
Why would that happen?
I don't know.
That's so strange.
Okay. Okay. There has to be a way around this. Can you just listen to the YouTube stream with your headphones on?
Yeah, I can do that. Actually, wait, no, I can't do that because I will hear you twice. I will hear you when you're actually talking, and then I will hear you like 3 seconds later on the stream, and I won't be able to understand what the fuck is happening.
Right. Damn it.
There's gotta be a way to do this, right?
Yeah. Well, okay, hold on. Let me think. So... Discord... No. Okay, so Discord... Maybe if I stream to a server instead of you.
That's a very good idea.
What if we tried that?
We could try that.
Yeah.
You have like a channel we could go to, right?
Yeah. Go to my my Discord, the Radio Free Cat Girl Discord, and oh no, how do I? It's not letting me do it. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll quit out this call and then meet up in the Discord channel.
Hello.
Okay. And then share screen. And then...
No, I don't seem to have appeared on your stream yet. So there's that. I can see your stream on Discord, and that's working correctly. And I can hear you, and that's working correctly.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm. It's not letting me. Oh, okay. So that's how you. Okay.
Let's see, I'm gonna go in OBS and see what shit looks like. So I might have an inkling of an idea of what you're dealing with.
Yeah, I just don't know. Hmm.
What are you doing to capture Discord, to capture my video?
So it's
Is
on
it
display capture right now on OBS.
Display capture?
Yeah, because game capture isn't working.
And so, capture method, are you doing like the whole display? Or?
Oh! Maybe I can capture Discord.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if you can like specifically...
Window capture. Discord. And then...
Window capture...
Look, we got it.
Yeah, did you get it done?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, hold on. Let me check. Ooh, it's me.
So we need to put you in full screen and then... Yeah. Alright. I think we're good.
I think that there is some... Let me goof around with something.
Okay. Oop. I'm just gonna put you under me. Okay. We should...
Oh my god. Something bad is happening. Hold on, actually it's okay. Just don't worry about it.
What?
Can you test out saying stuff to me?
Testing? Testing?
Yeah, okay, I can hear you. Have you clicked back onto the game again yet?
Yeah, hold on. Okay. Good?
Okay. Yes, actually, I was really worried for a second. Okay.
Okay,
Everything
good.
seems good.
Alright, we got this.
There's only one more thing, which I don't know if it's been like this the whole time or not. I'm testing something. One sec. It has been like this the whole time as far as I know, which is, there are two of my voice. I sound like the voice of God. You know? I don't know why that's happening. Actually, if you're capturing Discord, turn off the sound of Discord. I think that's what you should do. And that might fix it.
Okay, hold on.
Let me know when you have completed this. Okay, I'm gonna be speaking to do a test.
This might be a problem. Okay. Hmm. No, because it's all going through desktop audio. And
Okay, so Discord audio is not on?
no, it's not.
I can't think of any good reason why there would be two of me. I guess that while I am talking, you can look at the OBS meters and see what's moving and see if there's anything that you can eliminate, like anything redundant.
Okay, hold on. Let me try something.
Do you have something in the audio mixer called monitor? Like monitor audio?
No.
Whenever I'm talking, what do you see moving that is activated?
What's my desktop audio?
It's only the desktop audio?
Well, I have my microphone, but I need that to talk to you.
Yeah. But whenever I talk, is it making your microphone move?
Yeah.
It should not be doing that.
I don't know how to fix that.
We'll have to goof with that later. Maybe we shouldn't worry about it for now, but that actually might be where some of your microphone, like, your problems are coming from, like, in general, because that's very strange. That shouldn't be happening. Because your microphone should only be your microphone. It shouldn't be every piece of audio that's coming through your computer.
Okay. Okay, how's that?
Do we want to do a test and see if I'm echoing? Is that what we're doing right now? Hold on, let me listen to the stream.
I just turned off a bunch of tracks. I don't know if that does anything.
Okay, I'm doing another little bit of a test right now and listening to what the stream sounds like. I'm definitely still echoing, but I'm just not gonna worry about it.
Okay, I don't know.
It does sound like what the problem is from what you described is that I'm coming through your microphone, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me. That shouldn't be happening. Alright, I like the design of that monster, I like the fight music very much. Okay, so during the previous cutscene, we saw a lot of people die, or at least 2 people die, right? And then I guess Gustav is like unconscious or something, and we don't know what's happened to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like maybe this monster was what his friends became.
Maybe. That'd be pretty fucked. This game is really pretty.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
we're on a trail of blood. I hope this isn't Chris's blood. Who's dead up here? Yeah, I actually forgot you could do that. It's been a while. Okay, so since you've been flirting with people, how's that been?
Not particularly successful, but you know, I need to limit my interactions to more gay areas. So I'm gonna be hitting up Commercial Drive, which I guess is a gay area. I don't know. It's just what people on Reddit told me.
I think... I'm trying to think of...
Uh-oh.
What kind of environment would be... Oh, that's a lot of dead people, isn't it?
Why are their heads like that? Look, their statues.
I don't know, it's like they turned kind of stony. I didn't even know there were this many people on the boat when we came here.
This might be from other eras.
This is nasty.
Okay, I have an idea. I think I figured it out. We're gonna turn off
of
the
your
overlay.
stream on Discord has essentially disappeared.
Okay, that's not good.
I've also noticed, I think after you were sliding down some of your audio levels, or maybe you just started talking a little bit quieter, because like maybe okay, my audio that hearing the game, I can hear the game again on Discord, just so you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you started talking a little bit quieter, but your audio's been a little bit less clear to me, just in like the last few minutes.
Okay, try listening to the stream and see how you and I sound.
Okay.
Around the world.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to myself talk now, because you sound fine on the stream to me.
Okay.
So here's what I noticed. Whatever you did has almost completely fixed my double voice. It's like there are 2 of me, but one of them the slider got down to almost nothing, but I can still barely detect it. But it's much better.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I just turned off the overlay on the game.
Oh, like the Steam or like the Discord overlay or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't show up on the stream for some reason, but I could see it on my computer.
At one point, I saw it for only a moment on the stream, and then, I don't know. Was that the lady who had the mole on her cheek?
I don't know. He can summon guns?
Yeah, just like Persona, that's what I've been saying. He's gonna shoot himself in the head just like Persona. Hey, I really hope this story turns
We both die.
trans at some point. I know it's wildly inappropriate for me to say that when somebody's like being suicidal, but...
Hey. Fucking hell. Wake up, Gustav.
Lune.
Lune.
I know. We're the only ones left. You don't get to die.
It's just a matter of time before we're already dead. Look around, look.
This is not a foregone conclusion. When one
Wait, is she
falls,
barefoot now
continue.
too? Why?
Get up. We need to find a safer place. There are Nevrons around.
Lucien.
This is not the place.
Bunk, 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 bunk.
Oh
The
shit.
Lumina converter seems intact. It's about time we test it in real conditions.
What?
Putain.
Are they gonna summon their personas yet? Is that what's gonna happen? Who's Putan? What is he saying, Putan?
Poutine. They're French.
Yeah. Oh, is that the, is that when you, like, dip french fries in gravy or some shit?
I don't know, man. Alright. Let's go.
No, I'm thinking of a Canadian snack, aren't I?
It's French Canadian.
So do you have poutine at where you live?
There's poutine
No, it's
all
like-
over Canada.
Really?
Romance flowing.
Oh, I didn't know there were cheese curds too. French fries, cheese curds, and hot brown gravy. Yeah, I'd eat that. I'm a greasy, greasy boy.
A storm is coming.
I just remembered something about, I guess like the way that you grew up, which is your family, especially your parents, they didn't really play any video games, did they?
No, they didn't.
When did you start playing games?
No, I'm pretty young. We had like an NES.
Oh. You're like the same age as me and you had an NES at your house?
Yeah, we played,
We did it, Gustav.
we had Duck Hunt.
So your parents must have gotten it for the kids, right?
I guess so, yeah.
How old were you when you were playing Duck Hunt?
Pretty young.
Were you pretty into it?
Hunting ducks?
It really
Yeah,
works.
it was alright.
Yeah.
We got an
We're not
N64
dead yet.
later on.
Remember how old were you?
I don't know. We were pretty young, probably like 10 or something. But yeah, we played a ton of GoldenEye. My sister and I.
Like your parents never like tried to play the games though?
No, my mom tried to play Pokemon once, but she thought it was weird and she didn't like it.
Interesting. Sometimes I think the only reason why we had video games is because my dad liked it, you know? I almost wonder, like, if there was stuff that just the kids were into, you know, would we have had access to it? I don't know. Why the fuck is she barefoot?
Oh, that's so hot.
God damn it.
I don't...
Like, did a monster rip her boots off? Like, come on. The rest of her clothes are there and, like, more or less unscathed. I don't understand.
I love feet.
Oh yeah, I found out something very handy in OBS. If you can quickly crop something, like for example, if you wanted to crop my window or your window, hold down Alt and then click on like the transform control.
I don't want to do that.
Well, if you wanted to. Now you know. Did you have a PC when you were like in elementary school?
Yeah.
Did you have dial-up or you have decent internet?
It was dial-up at first, you know, AOL and all that.
Did you play Neopets?
Yeah, we did play Neopets.
What about RuneScape?
I tried, never got into it, though.
Did you have the experience of watching like bizarre and traumatizing videos and shit with your friends in elementary school?
No, never did that.
Like middle school?
No.
When I was in like, I would say 5th grade to like 9th grade, there really was like a time where whenever you hang out with your friends, it would be like, let's all go look at the computer together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it would be like, you know, you go on websites like Albino Black Sheep or you know, you go on like Badger, you know, stuff like that. It's just like you and all your pals, you just look at computer together, and then somebody's like, do you know about Two Girls, One Cup? And then I go, I'm gonna get out of here. Because I'm a big fucking baby. Like, everybody's like, hey, I know we're not supposed to be looking at this. You know, whenever kids get that kind of vibe, I was like the Chucky of Rugrats kind of kid in the group, and I would actually just get up and I'd be like, oh, I don't think we should be doing that. Like, I don't want to see that.
You didn't like porno?
No, actually, here's kind of a funny story. I don't know if I told you about this or not. I think this was probably around like 8th grade. But you know, I met DJ when we were like 6th grade. Yeah. And one time I went over to her house and she's like, do you want to see something funny? And then we got on the computer and she puts on porn of, it's like a comedy porn of like an Alice in Wonderland like parody. And I'm like that was the first time I ever saw porn, and I was like, why is this happening? And like, I don't know, I guess to her it truly was like funny. I don't know. I mean, actually, I could ask her now, and I think that was the case, that it was kind of funny to her. But like her kind of situation growing up was, I think that she just got introduced to sexuality pretty young. Like, she had a friend who, like, the friend's dad had like porn, either be it magazines or VHS or DVD, you know, like physical stuff that if you sneak into your parents' room, you can swipe and then show to your friends, you know? So I think that kind of happened to her when she was pretty young, and then I think she was just like interested. Like, she's like, what is this about? I want to know what this is about. So I think she kind of just had like a fixation, you know? I mean, she's described it as kind of like a ADHD or like autistic, just the thing that she was interested in, you know? The two things she was interested in, Pokemon and porn.
You know, that's not unusual, all things considered.
Yeah, you know, I remember, I always wonder if my mom actually did this on purpose, but, you know, my parents were Catholic, and I didn't get any kind of like sex talk. The most sex talk I got was whenever I was 10 years old in 5th grade. They gave us the puberty videos that we had to watch in the classroom together. And they also had like I took a health class in 9th grade, and so there was a little bit of information about like the body, like the anatomy, and like, but still very, very minimal when it comes to like actual sex ed or like reproductive information. But my mom was going to college when she was like 35, and so I was in high school, and she was taking a human sexuality class. And sometimes her textbooks would just be like out on the table. And I had insomnia, so I had a lot of time to myself at night when I was a teenager. But yeah, I would just like, well, you know, it's either this or Yahoo Answers. So I'd just be reading my mom's human sexuality textbook. Which, you know, I think it was certainly more reliable than Yahoo Answers. But it was like, you know, it's very like sterile information, very like clinical, very like how Animal Planet might describe you know, if there's like some kind of a very detached documentary kind of style, that kind of thing. Which, like, you know, if you're a teenager and you don't know shit, then it's not necessarily good information communication, because, like, part of, like, education is context. And I guess with it being so, like, removed, it's like, okay, I can learn, like, the anatomy and, like, kind of, like, what it does medically or, like, the function in reproduction, but, like, it's not necessarily sex ed that, like, a teenager needs. But, I mean, I guess it was better than nothing. I still do wonder, did my mom leave that book out there on purpose? Because she didn't want to fucking talk to me about it. Who knows? And for the record, I don't remember if they really talked about queer people or trans people in those books. I really don't remember. Or in that particular textbook, I mean. This would have been like 2008, so...
Chroma is flowing. Feel the burn.
Did she say feel the burn?
Get ready.
Yeah, she's a Bernie bro.
Hell yeah. So when I was working today, I don't know if I told you that there was like, I saw a protest that was downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And my coworker, Pete, who's like a 50-year-old dude, he was in the car. And I was like, oh, the protest. I thought I heard about this. And I already know he's like a chug. You know, he says conservative shit. Like, for example, I mean, like I told you about like the, I hate my wife jokes that he won't stop making. But he also like, he says everything like, I guess he actually thinks it's funny. But he'll say shit like, I think he said, oh, I heard that there was a shooting and somebody died. And then he went, oh, it's just a drug dealer anyway.
Is that...
You know, like he's like
Looks abandoned.
making the assumption that whoever has died in like gun violence in the city was somebody who was dealing drugs and therefore deserves to die, and that's funny to him. You know, it's like that's the kind of level of what kind of person we're dealing with here.
The indigo tree is not too far from here. If anyone else
I don't
made
know.
it,
I
we'd
think
group
that
there.
he's kind of finally figured out, even though I don't really say a lot, I think he's kind of gotten the vibe that if he says much political stuff around me, it's probably not going to go well. So he's more covert around me, I guess, a little bit. But anyway, like there was a protest, and weirdly, it was supposed to be a May Day demonstration. And I noticed that there was a fucking "Don't Tread on Me" flag in there. Which I thought was really strange. Oh, that chair is floating? Is that shit supposed to be floating, or is that a...
Yeah, there's a lot of floating stuff in this game.
Okay, I didn't realize that. But,
This will be useful.
I know Pete looked over and he saw a parked car with a bumper sticker, and he's like, oh, it says Bernie, haven't seen that one in a while. But I got this feeling where, like, you know when somebody's, like, holding their tongue around you? I started getting that vibe. And, you know, honestly, in retrospect, I think I appreciate that he did. Because I just don't want to be stuck in a car with a conservative coworker talking about what he thinks about whatever.
Yeah.
I really don't. But I guess I was the one driving, so if it got real bad, I'd be like, Pete, get the fuck out. Drive yourself back to the store. Call an Uber, get out of here.
Here we are, huh?
Yeah. The continent. The indigo tree's over there.
It's just, you know, I get this idea in my head sometimes where it's like, oh, old people are so, and I know 50 is not old, but when I'm thinking about like actual old people, or like people who are at least old enough to be retired, I think like, oh, they're at home baking cookies and shit, you know, like a lot of the time I have a cute idea of an old person. A lot of people have the cute idea of the old person in their minds, but it's like then you actually interact with them and they just start saying how they don't like black people. You know, if you like actually talk to them for like 5 minutes, that's like what they want to talk about. Or how they also do not like the transgenders, etc. It just, you know, it's just I would love to be connected to my community and be able to engage with like random coworkers and shit and just talk to them like they're regular people. But it's like every time I do that, practically, they're like, oh, well, it actually turns out that I hate minorities. And it's like, damn, why can't you just be normal? Like, I have a lot of, I don't know, like disappointment, I guess. Where it's just like,
Well,
wouldn't it be
that will help.
nice, you know, if people weren't, it would just be nice to be able to interact with people normally. It really would.
Well, their normal is different than our normal. Their normal's messed up.
It sure is. You know, whenever I first, actually, I would say up until like a little while ago, like pretty recently, I used to feel pretty appreciative to Vosh and the content that he makes because I thought I've always been so meek and so cowardly, and if somebody said shit about minorities, then I'd always be a big fucking baby about it. I wouldn't say anything, and like I still have that problem, but it's like I've built up a little bit of the, occasionally I'll be able to have like a difficult interaction with somebody. There's been some situations where I've like just straight up told people off, you know? And when I was doing that, I would be appreciative to Vosh, because I'd be like, I learned that shit from him. Yeah, I learned how to be an asshole, basically. And I thought it was like, I don't know, kind of like an important skill. The way that I was thinking about it, I was like, this is a social skill that I've developed, and I'm really glad that I have it. And now that I have to work with conservatives, I realize it's actually not. It's not a good social skill at all. It's actually not serving me in this social situation whatsoever, which is probably very obvious if you're not autistic. But god damn it. Like, okay, so I'm almost finished with To Kill a Mockingbird. I only have like a couple chapters left.
Well, that will help.
But I'm realizing I think a lot of like the motif of the story is sort of how do we get along? How do we live in a world where people are like this? It's like, well, you might not be a bigot, but you have to raise your kid somewhere. You know? Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do about that? Like, I'm trans and I'm supposed to just work with these people. And that's what my life is, for real. I'm supposed to find a way to get along. And I think what's really interesting that I noticed in To Kill a Mockingbird is that
Feel the burn.
even though it's like the town fucking hates Atticus for a hot minute for like how could you defend a black person? How could you take this case? But at the same time, like they do respect him, even though there's like a moment where there is a possibility that some people in the town were gonna hurt him, you know? And it's like, he's like, well, you know, in a couple of months, everybody's gonna forget about this. Like, they're not even gonna remember Tom Robinson's name. They're not even gonna hardly remember this case. It's like water under the bridge, like it never happened. And like they re-elect him again, like nothing happened. I don't know. It's so strange. It's like because he, you know, Atticus is a white dude, and so it's gonna be okay for him, even if like he takes a certain stance, even if there are some people in the town saying, "Oh, I think he might be a radical." Like shit's gonna more or less be okay for him and his family, but he still has to live there. But for the minorities who live there, it's fucking not gonna be okay for them, no matter who the fuck stands up for them. Like, you can have the most privileged motherfucker standing up for us, and it doesn't necessarily make that big of a difference. How long has she been able to levitate? The whole time?
Yeah.
Okay. Noted.
That guy just took out half my health.
A storm is coming.
You're cooked. What is she doing? She has mind bullets? Oh, it's her fire telekinesis. Right. See, I should have known that she was going to be the one to survive because she was the most customized motherfucking.
Yeah, it's like when you're watching an anime and you know who the main character is based on their haircut.
There's like the people in the background and they have like, they just drew little dots for their eyes. They're like almost drawn in grayscale.
God damn it. Ah! Fucking guy.
I think the moment in the book when I realized that it was kind of at least in part, a meditation on how do we deal with living, like coexisting in a world with super fucking bigoted people. You know, there was this line where after court is over, just from the perspective, from the narration, they say,
A storm is coming.
something like, maybe this is why Boo Bradley doesn't leave his house, you know? As in like because he doesn't have to deal with everybody out here. And I don't know, I really liked that. I really liked that because, I don't know, like, that's the way I've been kind of living my life a little bit. And it's
Same.
kind of the life that I strive for and I crave right now. Like, can I just go in my house and not fucking deal with any of this?
Yeah, be a turtle. Turtle maxing. Turtle maxing misanthropy, so.
These blue trees.
Yeah.
Something's disrupting the chroma around here. Be careful.
The part of the book that I was at today, because I'm really close to the end, is at school. They were like, everybody has to bring in a current event from the newspaper, and then, you know, Scout's like, hey, I got a question, which is, how come my teacher's really mad about Hitler, but like, really not mad at all about how black people are treated here? Like, I'm confused.
I don't remember that part.
She more or less, yeah, she asks her brother that. More or less. She's like, hey, because I think first she wanted to ask Atticus, but then she was like, I don't think that I should do that. So then she asked her brother, and then her brother was like, don't fucking ever talk to me about that court case ever again. I don't want to hear anything about it. Like, he freaked the fuck out. And she's like, okay. But yeah, there's a part where, like, one of the kids brings in a current event, and the current event is, Holocaust stuff going on. And apparently the teacher gets, like, really mad. And she's like, prejudice is the evil that causes stuff like that, and things like that don't happen here because we are a democracy. Yeah, Germany's like that because that's a dictatorship. And, you know, like, the very obvious thing that they're drawing here is, hey, actually, like, if it is a democracy here, it's also happening here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you gonna make it through this?
I don't think I am.
You just gotta, okay, this
was weak.
You are in a really tight spot. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, you got a perfect dodge?
As long as I dodge everything.
Dodge. Oh.
Oh boy. Why is this game so hard? I don't... Is there like a remedial story mode?
Yeah, like
a storybook mode?
A walking simulator mode?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you want to call it there, end it on a high note?
Yeah, alright, let's do it. I don't know how to save.
Is it auto-saving?
I guess so.
Probably. I'm gonna look it up just to be sure.
Yeah, double check for it.
Resting at an expedition flag saves the game.
Okay.
That's as close to a manual save as you get. It says the game also saves very often after a battle, changing zones.
Alright, good enough for me. Okay, thanks everyone for tuning into today's stream. I know most of it is probably unwatchable, but now we know for next time.
Even if it's unwatchable, I feel like our charm and our wit will make up for it.
Yeah.
And our friendship and love that we have for each other.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, bye one person
Bye.
watching.